Lovely Kappa Pride happening. Really close games, and the mind games are happening on so many levels in these games. Like, there's not just the obvious mind games where somebody, pretends to hit the ball. There's huge adaptations in play. Like when we saw Kux going off the wall for the wall shot, I believe in game 2, or was it game 3, or was it game 4? They're all blending together right now. And right there we see Kronovi going for a wall drag where he's trying to like dunk the ball or floor pinch it. Like they're throwing in these kind of different sorts of plays just to keep each other guessing. Kronovi actually failing his flip on that kickoff. He forgot to double tap his X button. And Kux doing what Kux does best, going for backboard rebounds. The thing about that backboard rebound is Kux's recovery time is always going to be very quick because he's landing on the far side of the pitch, and he can just land on the wall at full speed, get back into his half. We'll see. Will Kux go for another well play? Okay, this time deciding to just fall down to the ground. That's what he's been doing most of the time. But as like I was talking before, these guys, they're changing the way that they challenge the ball mid-game. They're changing the way that they, play wall positions, going for wall shots, wall drags, fake wall hits. That's where you drive up the wall and then let the ball fall and just drive back down the wall. They're changing the way that they, air dribble. Kronovi sometimes going for the air dribble and then also mixing in the delayed flick a couple of times. We even saw Kux doing a delayed flick in one of the games to try and mind game Crow. Like, there's a ton of mind games going on here. I love it. I love it. Much higher level 1v1 play from Crow than when we saw him play against Scrubkilla a while ago. That was not a good shot though. I think Kronovi needs to work on his throwing ability. That's where you have the ball on top of your car and you kind of, jump, and then I tell people to air roll slightly in the direction that they want to throw it and then flip in that direction. Obviously the position that the ball is on top of your car is everything when you're trying to throw the ball forward or flick it sideways even. Or flick it backwards, like anywhere that you want to get the ball from on top of your car. The position of the ball is everything. But I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more Kronovi vs Kux 1v1s. These guys having a great time, it seems, in the chat. Matching each other blow for the past minute or so, but Kuxir has the 2-goal lead. That's the classic 1v1 mistake though. Slamming it off the post, and Kronovi's going for the windmill turtle goal. Beautiful by Kronovi. But Kux is going to be kicking himself. He had the 2-goal lead and he just turned it into a 1-goal lead all by himself. Not the best play by Kux. No doubt about it. There's no way Kronovi's meaning to do that. He's done that a couple of times. I don't know if it's like his X button's getting stuck on his controller, or if it's just his thumb is getting tired. But there's no way that he's meaning to do that kickoff. He's definitely trying to double jump, and he's just accidentally jumping once and air rolling forward by accident. Surely this can't be deliberate, what he's doing. So Kronovi going for wall interception. That's, something that he's not been doing all the time. Sometimes when Kux is going up the wall, Kronovi's backing off, giving Kux space to see what he does with it. But that time he decides to turn, sensing weakness perhaps in Kuxir's wall play. Kuxir going back to the long shot, which Kronovi is equal to. And Kronovi gets the recovery, collects the ball and the boost. So good play by Crow. Kux still with the 1-goal lead though. We're seeing him play this passive playstyle that we've pretty much seen him play in all the games that he's not getting ruffle stomped. Which I believe we saw one-sided game 1 with Kronovi taking the win. One-sided game 2 with Kux taking the win, but game 3 and 4 were very, very close with Kronovi edging both of them. This is a fantastic shot by Crow. 101 km/h in the bottom left 90. Very difficult to save those. Is it just me, or are those glasses that Kronovi's got, are they different? They're not the deal with it shades, are they? They're like the deal with it Star Trek shades or something. Kux with the bump. We're gonna watch this from his perspective. So he just sees Kronovi. Oh, he got Kronovi right on the jump. Right when Kronovi was about to jump, Kux just like poked him and Kronovi went flying. You always get your opponent to go further if you bump them right before they jump into the air, because their jump accentuates the momentum. Kuxir, well played to read that infield shot. Kronovi trying to pull a fast one on the Italian man, but ooh, Kux so reliable with the rebounds. Kro not able to prevent this ball from hitting off his backboard. Oh yeah, he just couldn't make up his mind. Then he realizes, yep, I'm missing this, and Kux probably isn't missing this, and that's a bad feeling when you're going up for a rebound, and yeah, and Kux is on the other team. You know he's probably hitting it. So Kronovi using a Robo Visor, it's a new item. Ah, okay. I don't have it. I've actually been disenchanting pretty much everything that I get because I'm obsessed with the store. So again, Kronovi just capitalizing on a bad hit by Kux. Right there, I'm not sure what Kux is trying to do, to be honest. I'm not sure if he's trying to pop the ball straight up in the air or if he's trying to pop it down the line, but you know, hitting it hard into the sidewall is never a good idea in 1v1 because you're giving away possession the vast majority of the time. Just as we saw Kux do there, he didn't need to give away possession there. No way, Kronovi, what? That I feel like that was an accidental mind game, a happy little accident, but Kronovi actually getting a super weak shot, so weak that Kux actually couldn't save it because he jumped too early. Kronovi does this though. He flips really weirdly at the ball, doesn't get the power hit. He just, I don't know if it's deliberate or if he's, you know, mind gaming by accident, but either way, he needs to step up this game. Kux, 2-goal lead with 40 seconds left. I feel like that's going to be enough to do it because these players extremely defensive and 3 goals now. Kux are not the greatest wall shot, if I'm honest. You know, hitting it straight down into the ground. Oh yeah, Kronovi just completely failing the save. Not the best play. So Kux are probably going to bring this back to 3-2 in Kronovi's favor, games-wise. Obviously, with private ones, there's a lot of the bragging rights goes to the player who wins at the end. So if we saw Kronovi win 6 games in a row, then Kux winning 5 games in a row, Kronovi would be the one who comes out with a better record, but Kux would feel pretty good about himself because he'd think, right, I lost all those games, but I figured out Kux's playstyle, and or Kronovi's playstyle, and now I've won 5 games in a row. So we'll see, even though Kronovi's up by 3 games to 2, Kux may be feeling pretty good about this game. Sub only please? Absolutely not. The chat's great, I love it. Kux just putting more and more goals into the end of this game. It's a formality at this point. Oh, that bump by Kux. Kronovi trying to do a half flip, not getting it though. Not able to turn his car around. The half flip, of course, being the back flip into the air roll forward so that you land on your wheels in the opposite direction. Nice moves. Oh, that was a pretty nice wiggle move by Kux at the end there. Good game. 3-2 in games to Kronovi now.